Hey guys, Adam here. Welcome to another episode of On the Couch Rewind. All because there is a fucking sequel of this. A haunted house. I know I don't have to see this. I'm not being paid to see this. As a matter of fact, I'm paying them to see this. But I feel obligated to the few people that actually watch my videos that I watch this. That I go see about 2-3 movies a week, just so they can see these videos and know what's good and what isn't. I'm a fucking idiot. This is hands down one of the worst spoof movies. No. Let me correct that. This is one of the worst comedies I have ever had the misfortune of watching. This is just pure garbage. Nothing salvageable can come from this. I don't even need to tell you the plot, because basically it's nothing more than a shitty, just really nothing more than a shitty comedic remake of the first 3 Paranormal Activities, mixed in with a bunch of other shitty found footage movies that they're spoofing from. Now, if you remember, my first video was Paranormal Activity, the marked ones. I didn't like it, but I did say I liked the first 3. I know this is a comedy, but I feel like this is in the same category for whatever fucking reason. And this is worse than the marked ones. Oh, fuck. It makes you wish Damon Wayans was doing something again. No. We don't get Damon Wayans. We don't get Major Payne or I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. No, we don't get those anymore. No. Not even My Wife and Kids. Yeah, I liked that show when I was younger. Fucking sue me. No. We get his brother, Marlon. Yeah, you know, the guy who played Ripcord in G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra. The Jar Jar of that movie. As a matter of fact, he's the fucking Jar Jar of the Wayans brothers. Jesus fucking Christ. And he's the star of this piece of shit. He's the motherfucking star of this movie. Ugh. Where do I start? Like I said, this is a really shitty comedic remake. It is almost shot for shot of all 3 movies. Done poorly. Basically, Marlon Wayans has his girlfriend move in. I can't remember the girlfriend's name because she was a fucking annoying. She wasn't funny, which is probably why she was a perfect choice for to be alongside Marlon Wayans. And shit happens. There's a ghost. But we don't know that until 20 minutes into the film. Because before that, we get 25 minutes of fucking padding. Starting with Marlon Wayans not knowing how to take the lens cap off a fucking camera. And then his girlfriend running over his dog. And then we get the funeral. The mother... just... And it gets worse. Because then we get, like, apparently a burglary. Of course, we all know that it's not. We get a burglary to where these guys called camera guys, played by David Crockner and Dave, where the fuck the other one was, I can't remember. Basically, David Crockner plays the same character he did in Anchorman. Possibly. And again, it's fucking padding. Nothing happens. And then after 20 something minutes, we get the haunting. But before that, you have to suffer through 2 minutes of Marlon Wayans fucking a couple of stuffed animals. You have to suffer through that. Those 2 minutes are more unbearable than the 15 minutes of trying to get Cornelius and Zira integrated into human society and the third Planet of the Apes movie. I would rather watch those 15 minutes than the 2 minutes of seeing Marlon Wayans fucking 2 stuffed animals. God damn it. This movie just... it's unwatchable. And what jokes actually work, you, again, have to suffer through padding, unfunny jokes, and just annoyance to get to those few good jokes. And there's like maybe 2 or 3. And you have to suffer through everything just to get to them. And even with those jokes, they fuck it up. God damn it! And they spoof a bunch of other things from Paranormal Activity. They spoof the camera attached to the rotating fan from Paranormal Activity 3. The one of the first good genuine jokes is in that scene, but they only use that camera for that one gag. But even then, they fuck it up. They fuck it up by first. All right, what I should say is Marlon Wayans and his girlfriend have a housekeeper who, like the stereotypical Mexican housekeeper, you know. Although this one isn't doing the whole she knows supernatural when she sees one. She's more like Consuela from Family Guy, basically. To where And the gag is, when they're showing the camera panning, it pans back to her, and she's on the phone, laughing, speaking actual English with a perfect American accent. Saying it's like, yeah, these fuckers think I don't speak fucking English, ha ha ha. That's funny. Pans away, pans back. All of a sudden, she's running a prostitution cartel ring. Drug cartel ring. Pans away, pans back. All of a sudden, she's getting fucked by the yard man. With a leaf blower. The other joke happens, the first funny thing that I actually laughed at, that's probably because I was but that's probably more in line with the fact that I ended up becoming brain dead from immediately after the whole Marlon Wayans fucking stuffed animals, is when his girlfriend, after he's raped those poor stuffed animals, she comes in and he's expecting her to look all sexy so he can bang her. No, she looks basically like a teenage girl would when she doesn't want to sleep comfortably, or she doesn't want to put any effort into looking sexy or whatever when she goes to bed. No, she's got rollers, she's got like little cream spots on her face, she's wearing pajamas. He ends up making her, on camera, holding a cardboard sign saying, "We'll work for food." That gave me a bit of a chuckle, because I actually thought that was funny. But again, that's probably because I ended up becoming fucking brain dead from that scene. Fuck! Anyway, so they finally give us the ghost thing, which ends up hitting them full force. Basically, within the first 30 seconds of the phenomenon happening, the blanket flies off, the bed starts moving, and the door starts slamming. All of that happens within 30 seconds of each other. Whether they were trying to spoof the fact that the Paranormal Activity movies took their fucking time to build suspense, I don't know. Alright, the same thing with, I can't tell whether they were trying to spoof the fact that it usually takes a long time for anything to happen within the first 10-15 minutes of the Paranormal Activity movies, but even then they fuck it up by making it drag on with nothing but fucking padding in the first 25 minutes of nothing. So, not after installing the security cameras and having the ghosts all of a sudden attack them, they hire a psychic who is spoofing the psychic from the first Paranormal Activity. Nick Swartzen places this psychic, and this is where they're spoofing the psychic from Paranormal Activity, is that he's gay. Nick Swartzen plays a gay psychic who is trying to fuck Marlon Wayans, doing everything he can to try and fuck Marlon Wayans. And that's basically the joke of him, is that he's gay. He's like flamboyantly gay, really gay, and almost to the point of rapey gay. Like he's ready to rape Marlon Wayans. Now I know, and I'm not trying to be mean about this, but the psychic in Paranormal Activity did kind of come off as like he's a gay psychic or whatever, because the way he talked And like I said, nothing, I'm not trying to be mean. This is just kind of how it kind of came off as, is he seemed to be gay, but it wasn't really that important. It was just, he's a psychic who probably happens to be gay, right? I'm telling you right now, I am probably one of the most pro-gay people on the planet. I'm straight as a motherfucker, but I'm 100% pro-gay. But that's what the psychic and paranormal activity kind of came off as for me. And they basically, and they don't spoof. Haunted House doesn't spoof this. They fucking insult it. They fucking insult this character by making Nick Swartzen completely and utterly fucking gay. I was dead set convinced he was going to end up trying to rape Marlon Wayans. Of course, then again, of course, the ghost ends up raping him. Yeah, we fucking saw that. We saw it. Yeah, after the ghost fucks Marlon Wayans' girlfriend, and we'll get to that bitch in a minute. The ghost then rapes Marlon Wayans, and they have it on camera, and all of a sudden Nick Swartz is like, something happened to you, didn't it? It's like, you've changed. Something went right deep inside you, didn't it? Last thing I needed to also see was a night vision scene where we see his fucking ass because it's dark, and he thought it'd be a good opportunity to get fucking naked and try and fuck Marlon Wayans when shit is going down. Yeah, that happened. Also, we had Cedric the Entertainer, the only funny person in this movie. And they waste his talent. I mean, he basically plays an ex-convict priest with a crucifix full of cocaine. I assume that was meant to be a Cruel Intentions reference. Also, he has a pipe and a bag of weed inside hidden in his Bible. Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention. Marlon Wayans and his fucking annoying girlfriend get high with a fucking ghost. Yeah, that shit happened. And again, the only funny thing is that they are spoofing The Devil Inside. I never saw the movie, although I heard it's not worth it. But I know it's from that scene because they showed it in the trailer so many fucking times. Is when of Devil Inside is when Cedric the Entertainer is talking to the possessed girlfriend, and she's like, "But connect the dots," or it's like, and showing off her little paintings and whatnot. And as they're showing off the paintings, Cedric the Entertainer says, was like, I'm a bit of an artificial nado too. Instead of like, artificial, where the fuck that word is. Yeah. It's a funny joke, but again, they fuck it up because by making it a goddamn throwaway line. Oh yeah. And Marlon Wayans and his girlfriend have swinger friends who end up getting who talk about, as a running gag, a Mandingo party, which they finally do, and the climax of this fucking movie. Because why the fuck not? Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, and they also make an Exorcist reference to her masturbating with a crucifix. I mean, even then it's not funny because the majority of the people who probably saw this are fucking 18-year-olds who probably never even seen the fucking Exorcist, so they wouldn't even know what the fuck they were trying to do with that. Fuck! God, this movie is fucking bullshit. The more I sat through this movie, the longer I sat through this movie, it physically hurt. It was like it was like the ghost reached out of the screen and grabbed my balls and started twisting it just to keep me seated. Because if I got up, it would have ripped them. The ghost would have ripped my balls off. It hurt that much. You know what's really fucked up? I'm actually looking forward to the sequel. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty fucking sure it's gonna be a big pile of fucking bullshit. Just steaming pile. But it cannot be worse than this. Because they set the bar pretty fucking low. You had to beat it to make this sequel worse. And I got friends who actually like this piece of shit. And I hope they watch this. As a matter of fact, I'll tell them. If they haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'm going to tell them to do this so they can watch this video and see what I'm going to give this score. And I'll even put it on the poster that I usually edit onto here. But if they aren't able to see it, I'll go ahead and give a much more physical representation of that score. I give A Haunted House a motherfucking 1 out of 10. That's right. The #1 middle finger returns. I hope you see this and know what I had to suffer through just for this. Right there. Later this week, I will be seeing Transcendence. And then I will be seeing A Haunted House 2. Just because I don't want to mostly because I don't want to be hanging myself in the movie theater if I see A Haunted House 2 right after seeing this piece of shit. So, I'll see you guys then. And yeah. Fucking bullshit!